Buddy. Oh, howdy everybody. Welcome to Grunwald Tool Company video, infomercial slash informational video. What we're going to be talking about today is a wedge. This ain't no ordinary household tool. Actually, I was lying. It is. Gotcha. What we have here is a wedge, and what it does is it focuses all the pressure that you put up here down to here. So we have all the force here that's spread out over this larger piece of wood gets focused down to this little point right here. So as you can imagine, that's a lot more force on this little part than here. So if I push it against my hand, that hurts. If I push this end up against my hand, that doesn't hurt one bit, you know? Alright, I've got another example for you here today. Simple piece of butter. We have a butter knife. Which way do you cut your butter? You don't cut it like this. That's not going anywhere. Flat piece? I don't think so. You're not getting any butter like that. No, we use this side. Like, wow, cuts like butter. So as you can tell, a knife has a wedge in it too. Hold this up real close for you now so you can kind of see it, but it's hard to see because there's butter on it, you know? I'll get you a clean one right here. There's the wedge right here. Well, okay, right there. It goes and it focuses to that one little point right there. Okay? So a household knife is an obvious use of a wedge. Woo! What's that squeaky door? It's letting all that. It's being annoying with its squeak. Squeak, squeak. Boy, you know how we can solve problems like that? You guessed it, a wedge. Alright, folks, I'm going to show you how you use a wedge in a squeaky door right now. That's the door, and it is moving like there's a paranormal activity going on. But guess what? We can all solve this a simple problem. Stick that wedge right in there. Oh, further down maybe? Yep, right there, see? And now it won't move anymore. The door is so solid. Do you know why that is? I'll tell you. Come on back up with me. It's because the door up here and the floor down here, the wedge creates friction between the two so that it can no longer move back and forth. And the friction is so strong that it holds the door in place. Isn't your mind blown? Because mine is. Now, one little sample thing that you could try at home is this. You take like a bolt or like a little washer or something, you know, and you try to hammer it into a piece of wood. Well, it just broke. It broke. Guess why? You know why, because it doesn't have a wedge on it. That's right. So we're going to get rid of that because that didn't even work, right? Now we take a little nail. That has a wedge on it. Right there. Do you see the wedge? See how it goes to a little point right there? I'm a man. I don't know why my fingernails are painted. So it goes to a little wedge right there. Do you see it? I see it. I know you see it too. So I'm just going to move on with the experiment now. I'm going to hold this little nail in place with the piece of wood. I'm going to take my little hammer and I'm going to start hammering. My word, is that working well. It goes right in. No problems at all. Nice little hammer. Woo! That's not going to go anywhere. That's not gonna go anywhere. Yep. And so, you know this works because there is a flatter top of a nail. It's flat. And then it goes to a point. So it condenses all the force you use with your hammer, right? Now, let me tell you one last thing that you just need to know, is that the longer and thinner the wedge, the better it works. If you have a wedge like this, it doesn't work as well. You want to know why? Because you're not condensing the force as well as it could be condensed. See how spread out that force would be? It'd be hidden here and it'd be hidden here. But if it's thin like this one, we have our perfect angles of wedges, by the way. If it's right here like this, you have such focused force right on the point, it works so much better. Now let me give you an example. I'll show you right here. We take this wedge. This is another form of wedge. Let me show you. See how it goes to that little point right there? Oh, right here. Goes to the little point. See that? All right, so do I. Now we're gonna split this piece of wood like it's our job. Now this is so nifty because Christmas time, we all know you want some nice cold. It's cold out, you want a nice hot fire, but splitting that wood, my, is that a pain. So what we do is we take our wedge and our hammer and we go. Do you see what's happening? Do you see it? It's splitting the wood right down the middle. Do you see? I'll hold it up close for you to see. Do you see? The wedge is here. Look at the split. It's splitting it like butter. Butter's our key word today, right? I'm just going to keep hammering away. And you know, you get the gist of it. It's going to split in half perfectly. So I'll just take that out. So if you call today, you will be able to purchase for $19.99 one of these wedges, one of these wedges, and one of these wedges. You got a butter knife, a door stopper, and a wood splitter. But virtually, you could use them all for anything because they all do the same thing. They focus the force on the narrow spot when you're putting the force on a bigger spot, which puts a lot more force on the narrow spot. You're focusing it, right? So if you call now at 1-800-TOOLS, you will get this package. And if you call now, you get it free. So don't hesitate now. I know you want one. So go on, pick up your phone. Go on, pick it up. Pick it up and call 1-800-TOOLS. All right, folks, thanks for joining me today. It was my pleasure. And I know you'll really like your wedges once you get them in the mail. Goodbye now.